These little guys all over the place. It just bodes so well if I'm going to spend the next year, 18 months with them. I think I've now managed to sex all these little cubs. There's 3 females and 1 male. Out of all of them, they were all just carrying on feeding and doing their thing. But he came over to check me out. And so I've decided to call him Solo.
The next day, Kim makes a worrisome discovery. Only 3 cubs. He can't find his favorite, the little male, Solo. When Kim left the cheetah family yesterday, all 4 cubs were accounted for. Today, after hours of searching, he still can't find the little male, Solo.
This is a site of where I left the cheetah last night, where they had that impala kill. All that's remaining over there is the stomach and a couple of bones. And as soon as I saw that, I was alerted to the fact that some other predator had been here. Because the cheetah, they won't eat all the bones and they don't eat all the skin either.
The next day, Kim resumes his search.
I came back here this morning to have another look for Solo, and he's lying here at the base of this tree. It's those first 6 months that these guys have to survive, and it's really hard. Once they get past that 6 months, they can run fast enough generally. So, yeah, it's just really sad to have my little guy Solo go. I thought we were going to go on a long journey together. I'm going to miss Solo more than they are.
As they near that crucial 6-month mark, when they can outrun most predators, the 3 remaining cubs are strengthening their trust in Kim. They weigh about 22 pounds, the size of a small dog, and are perfecting their tree climbing skills. A cheetah family like never seen before. Spending so much time in the bush with his cheetah family, Kim depends on the support of his other family. His photographer wife, Taryn, and his stepdaughter, Savannah.
Kim has spent an enormous amount of time gaining the trust of the cheetah. It's the most amazing thing to watch.
I can leave home and go out in the bush all day and not have to worry that she's worrying about what I'm doing, where I'm doing it. When she does have time to come out with me and with Savannah, I just love to share what I'm doing out there with her.
The next morning, when Kim joins his cheetahs, a 3rd cub is now in trouble.
The ants are hassling her. Ants all over her. Having a closer look at this poor little cub, she's got a huge gash in her right shoulder, and I find that I just can't work out how those would have happened. And also they're not fresh. They probably happened early last night. She's going to need to keep them clean if she's going to survive, because otherwise infection is going to set in there. Because she's so relaxed with me around, maybe I can do something.
If this were a cub of another species, Kim would let nature take its course. But since cheetahs are endangered, he doesn't hesitate to intervene.
Amazing how she just lets me do this. There's a piece of skin actually missing there. It's weird.
There's a bit of a hole up at the top here. It's actually not looking too bad.
But within minutes, the ants are back, and the cub takes a turn for the worse.
I don't know what's going on with her now. She's shivering. She's almost like she's cold. Maybe it's just a bit of shock setting in. Mum and the other 2 cubs have moved off. And they've just left her lying here in the sun. It's getting really hot. She seems to have given up on her. Now what do I do? Do I leave nature to take its course? I can't do that. Come on. Come on.
Kim coaxes the cub into the shade.
Come on. Just a bit more. There we go. There we go. Come on, girl. Get some water. Eh? There we go.
With the cub's condition still deteriorating, Kim's worried the ants will eat her alive. He calls in the vet.
He came along and I gave her an injection because she wasn't moving, I didn't have to dart her. I just gave her an injection and we put her down, we cleaned her up, stitched up her wounds, and then took her back to her mother. Anyway, let's see what Mom does. She was just coming round from the antidote, and the mother got up and left again. 2 cubs followed. She didn't even call, which she usually does when one cub doesn't follow. 2 cubs followed, and she just walked off. The mother disappeared with her 2 cubs.
A few hours later, the 5-month-old cub is frantically calling for her mother, who is nowhere to be seen.
Twice, on 2 occasions, initially when the mother just walked off without her, she didn't call and the mother didn't call. So that I find really weird, that she can just abandon her like that.
If the cub's going to live, she has to be reunited with her mother. Kim comes up with a plan to move the cub and calls Taryn and Savannah for backup.
I didn't want to knock her down again with anesthetic and go through the whole process. It was just going to be too much.
He came running back to me with this cub in his hand.
It's all hands on deck as Kim brings the cheetah in. Kim has a simple plan for transporting her.
We're going to put her in a sleeping bag and take her across to the mother. As soon as I put her in the sleeping bag, she went absolutely ape. I had to be really forceful. In the meantime, she was scratching me all over the place, and just claws going everywhere.
I was ready to give up. Kim was quite insistent that he would get it in there.
No! Can't let it go. It's too late.
I don't like to stress an animal, and for me, it was a bit stressful, but at the same time, knowing that it maybe needed just this little bit so that we could get it back to its mum.
This cheetah's never gonna trust me.
Once she was in and I closed the top, she relaxed down totally. She just calmed down.
The mother is now a half-mile away. But will she accept the cub again?
Amazing is that? It is so cool. And you get to lick my wounds, Ma, as well. It's there. There's another a nice one on the legs here. Well, that turned out not as easy as I thought, and obviously she put up a serious fight. But the amazing thing was how she just walked out of the sleeping bag back to her mother. But yeah, that initial fight sure took its toll on me. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And here she's been traumatized with us stuffing her in the sleeping bag and everything. She's going to bolt out of there and just run forever. And it was just so beautifully calm, and what a beautiful reunion. Oh, it was actually quite emotional, even for me.
There are now about 13 cheetahs living in Malalangwe. A few years ago, there were none. Kim Waliter's cheetah family has hit a crisis point. 2 cubs have been killed by predators. A third is recovering from a wound. And now, another cub has gone missing.
I'm just gonna walk around there and see if I can pick up anything. still right here. She's exactly where they left her. This is where they were this morning. And they've just abandoned her. Oh my girl. Oh my God. Blood is just dripping from her nose. I don't know, maybe she's got a lung infection. But anything like that, it's unfortunately, I don't think there's much chance. This will be the third one that she's losing.
When he returns the next morning, she's already dead.
This is getting totally out of hand now. Swollen face, eyes glazed, just don't know what's happening. I've invested a lot of time with these guys and I've developed a great bond with them. There was absolutely nothing I could do. I mean, once they start bleeding like that, they're going to die. What is it? What can I do? What must I do? And, there was nothing I could do. I'm hoping this will enlighten people to really, bond with animals like I bond with them and create more of an awareness. But I'm getting nothing here at the moment.